things are going as well as they can. If we don't break anything, we should be in good shape this year. So everything is fucking junk, dude. Everything breaks, and I'm not dealing with this all week. This is awful.
What's going on, guys? It's Nick Batten with the New England Dirt Diggers. We're down here in Canton, Massachusetts today with w.mcneise Site Services, the man, the myth, the legend, Billy McNeise. Not only is the New England Dirt Diggers going to be a construction expo and an event that brings people together, but we also want to turn this into a brand that sheds light on the New England excavation community. You know, we want to show all the different companies, the work, the personality, what goes on for digging dirt in New England.
Will McNeise Site Services. We're over here in Canton today. We're digging our foundation for a townhouse. Did this one last week. We're tying in the utilities on this one, as well as getting another one dug. Another thing we gotta get done today, we're gonna be doing a 4-inch ductile iron water main tap. So we gotta get all this stuff done. We're gonna load up our machines. We gotta take it over there. We can get all that done. I'll be a happy guy. My grandfather built houses. My other grandfather was a mason. My father and all my uncles, they built houses. I worked for them when I was younger, and I've realized that I absolutely despise ladders. At 16, when I got my license, I started working for Pajerski Corp, which is a local utility contractor in town. Was a laborer, an operator, foreman. I went to college for construction management. I was an estimator, project manager. I worked my way all the way to the top, and I said, there's gotta be more to life than this. That's when I started my own company. I did it for a side business for 2 to 3 years, and then after that went full-time. Now we have 3 full-time employees and myself, so a crew of 4, and the boys are flying this year. I want to establish this grade for Morg, and then he can just doze everything that way. Right. DJ, you know anything about cats? That thing is beeping and making noises. It looks like it's a DEF issue. Can you just see if we can figure out why it's beeping? And then we can fix it. Everybody thinks that dirt work is so simple. You know, you buy an excavator, you turn it to a millionaire. Not really the case. We have all this pretty equipment and it just constantly breaks. So every single day we just, you know, run it, wrench it, repeat it. Try to buy the newer equipment because it seems to break less. But no matter what you do when you're digging in New England rocks and stuff, things break. Some guys like to buy older equipment and run it into the ground. Some guys buy new equipment and try to take care of it. Everything is fucking junk, dude. Everything breaks. After you load the bucket, put some copper in there. We might tie in this copper today, too. Yeah, can you hop in the hole? Can you help us?
Yeah. What do you need, coffees or something?
Yeah, can you get me a McCafe, baby? I ran, hold on one second. Hello? Zoom in on the New England landscape over there. Are you kidding me? See, I love being from New England. It sucks to dig in as much as it is, but like, they landed in Massachusetts on the Mayflower, dude. This is a very historical place. It's a beautiful place. You know, we have Boston. It's a very nice place to live. Does the digging suck? Sucks a little bit. There's no good way to tackle New England soil because it could change. You know, it could be solid rock here, and then we go over to that house over there, and it's a sand pit. I don't understand it, but you know, we just roll with the punches of the hand that we're dealt when we get there in the morning. Anybody can dig a hole, slap some dirt in, throw in a water service. If you want it to look like we were never there when we leave the property, that's kind of our niche and what we try to strive for. So we're not going to be the cheapest, but we hopefully will be the best.
You go down south and you got 10 feet of just pure clay and no rocks, and it's like, you know, those track builders build some of the sickest tracks in the country down south, but bring them up to New England and have them do some New England dirt digging.
You need a rock truck, a dozer, a 400, you need a hammer. These guys can get away with a dozer, maybe a loader, an excavator. They just carve it all in. and it just stays that way because you never have to tune it up. Underneath, there's no rocks underneath. I got two of the other boys rolling up right now. I'm gonna get them going in these machines. We gotta get this thing dug. We gotta get these waters tied in, and we gotta get out of here because we gotta go do another project. We're starting a 4-inch ductile water main tap in Canton, pave it, go from there. We have a busy utility week, which I love. Big utility guy.
Really, utilities.
And dude, anybody can dig a foundation, but you wanna put pipe in the ground, dude. It's a little bit more entailed than this, so.
Let's get to work.
No, I understand that the video footage is gonna be like 4 hours of us digging a foundation because the tilt rotator on this thing broke and now we have no tilt rotator. So I got now, look at 1, 2, 3 guys like chaining things like it's 1986, dude. He's over there, he's chaining one thing, he's picking it up. Normally, I'd have him doing something and him do something and we're just picking those things. But shit breaks. Probably because I try to do 3 jobs in a day and I just run the thing like an absolute animal. The foundation's gonna be done later tonight. The boys are working late. They don't know it yet. Shh, don't tell them. But anyways, we gotta get that done. We gotta run 3 water services over there and I gotta expose the main right here. And then tomorrow we're gonna saw cut all this stuff and we're gonna trench this into the property. We're gonna get all this pre-trenched. That's happening. The other project's happening. Foundation, 3 water services. Big multiple job guy. Because if you could do multiple jobs in one day, you can send multiple invoices. So that's a tip and a trick. What time is it right now? 1 o'clock, 1:50. It's 1:01. So we have still 8 hours to go until the day's over. You know what I'm saying, dog? You know how it's like. My boy Bren, dog, out here absolutely fucking knocking it out of the park, dude. Good for him. Good for him. You having fun today?
Oh yeah. A typical construction site, typical excavation jobs. As always, things are changing and we're rolling with the punches and making it work. Obviously, not exactly what we had planned today for episode 1, but this is excavation. Every single day there's a challenge and you gotta overcome it and we're gonna make the best of what we got.
We're gonna see if we can get an 8-foot trench box inside of here so then we can dig around the main and everyone will be super excited. We don't wanna hammer too close to the water main because we don't wanna disturb anything. We also got a gas main that's running roughly right here, so. Let's try it. Let's try it, baby. If you could dream it, you could do it. End goal, 4-inch water tap, ductile iron, hang a gate right there. Then we're doing a series of 45s here, and the end goal is to put water onto this site. So then this gentleman can sell this property as a utility-ready site. It looks like when they dug the water main through here, they put all the big rocks right here, because we've encountered 7 big rocks in a 8-foot trench so far, so. What can we do? We got the work. We gotta get it done because at some point there's gonna be 2 feet of frost on the ground and we're not gonna be getting anything done. So thanks for coming out. I'm w.mcneise. Thanks for coming out, taking a look at everything we got going. I apologize it didn't go the way that we wanted it, but nothing ever does. All you gotta do is not stress out and roll with the punches. Get it. I mean, once you lose your composure, the whole day goes to shit. So. We'll see you boys at the expo. Thank you for coming out. Nice to meet you. And I gotta get back to it because we got like 9 million more things to do before the end of the day. So later, boys.